apologize. Part two, I had to make this a two-part video because the video just kind of stopped in the middle of it. So forgive me, but I was saying reproduce. And, what happens is the virus transfers information, and that information comes in the form of uh, DNA. Well, so the cell takes on this foreign information, and sometimes that information could be good and sometimes it could be bad. In most cases, this information can be bad if you're around certain types of people that are emitting off energies that are not conducive for your growth, right? So it's okay for you to be around people, but when you consistently put yourself in an environment that does not work against or work with your nature, you could be doing some serious harm to yourself internally and externally in the spiritual and physical world. Because we have to ask ourselves here, what exactly are we trying to do? Those who say they are aware now, those who are in this so-called conscious community, what are we really doing here? Is this stuff like show? Or we really like, is this information supposed to be something that's supposed to change our lives so that we could change others' lives and so forth and so forth? It has to be about living, surviving, creating better relationships, living longer, gaining facts, truths, understandings, finding more love in your heart. You know what I'm saying? How do we get to these things? How do we gain these overstandings? Well, if you're a person who has been subjected to a way of life that has always moved against you, hence the fact some of us call ourselves Christians, Muslims, Masons, whatever the fuck. Some of us, raised in public schools. Our parents think they raised us, but we spent 18 years of our lives in front of teachers for 8 hours, and then came home and was subjected to homework, and then programmed to some television for another 3, 4, 5 hours of video games or whatever the fuck. And then our parents want to wonder why we don't listen to them, because they never was really raising us. Our environment raised us, man. And that was the problem. That's always been the problem. It's always been a problem. But once again, we could change these things simply by not only just eating better, but putting ourselves in better environments, not only just around people, but, in different environments that cater to your growth. If that means, moving to the tropics, if that means, isolating yourself in an environment that is peaceful, very peaceful to you, and has everything around that inspires you and makes you feel wonderful, and gives you the ability to know that, what, everything's all right, everything's going to be okay, simply because the energy that is coming back and spiraling back and forth is your energy. So you are the one that are harboring yourself, if there is any harbor. You're the one that creates the growth, if there is any growth. The gene transferation is coming back to you. So it's like, if you can spread love and feel love and be in a loving space, that energy will do nothing but elevate you. In layman's terms, if you understand me, please like, comment, and subscribe. Because this is just a video to help. Once again, I just wanted to kind of give some scientific terms to kind of sort of explain why you would be in a situation and then all of a sudden, you start feeling a certain way and things start happening to you and you're not understanding what's happening. You wondering why when you try to connect with these individuals or you try to connect with people around you, you're not able to do so on many, many different levels. And it could be because their pineal glands are calcified. Their antennas are scrambled. So or they might not understand what you say. You could be speaking a foreign language to them, and it could be very difficult for them to digest the words or comprehend some of the things that you say. And is it for you to dumb down yourself, or is it for you to get in a more conducive environment around people that understand, around people that understand, that get it? Because that energy that would transfer would be like nature's energy. It would be whole. It would be one. You understand? I hope you do. I hope you like this video, because this is a very, very important video that should be shared as much as possible. Because health is not just in the kitchen. It's not just in the fitness. It's in the environment as well. You know, this is, man, this thing goes far and wide. And, the deeper you go down the rabbit hole, the more you're going to discover. And once you discover these things, don't beat yourself up. Be patient with yourself, and just know that you're on the right path. Truly. So be aware that vertical gene transfer and horizontal gene transformation is on, or is in effect every single day. So you are transferring DNA everywhere you go, from your hair to your skin to your saliva, for those who like to smoke, all kinds of stuff. This stuff gets deep. It really, really gets deep. And see, once again, sometimes this information that you could be transferring could hold DNA that you really don't want. It's very foreign to your growth. So let's explain it like this here, right? And this is why we have to really raise, guys. Like, think about a computer. Can you take, if you guys know something about computers or technology, you cannot take a battery from another phone and put it in your phone that was not designed for that battery. It's just not gonna work. You cannot take a hard drive that was made for a Dell and try to put it in an Apple and think that you're gonna get good results, right? That was not designed for you. It was not designed for the Apple. It wasn't designed for this. So here we are. We're looking at people getting surgeries. We're walking around with people with different eyeballs in their head. We walking around with folks who have genetically modified themselves in many, many different ways, and allowed their cells to have minds of their own to control them in ways that they have no idea, that they're just moving for poisons, moving for, conditions. Like, don't even know it. And we don't realize that these things that we do on an everyday basis are killing us faster and faster every day, every second. Of course, we all know that, we're not going to be here forever. But why do you wake up every day? You certainly don't wake up to become less of a person, So let's be real. Let's start becoming more conscious of the things that's happening around us, and start stepping into what is true, right knowledge, which will give us that proper balance, because we've been in left brain thinking for as long as I can remember, for as long as like, for over 400 years now, thousands of years now, man, from slavery and beyond. Like, it is time for us to create that true balance, so that we can really progress the way we have to, as a whole, as one, as people. So in order for us to do that, we need to start transferring the type of genes that will allow the universe to expand more, as evolution wanted it to, as evolution is. And please don't get so, like, in a colloquial sense, just follow me. Please don't think so deeply. When it boils down to words, you might not completely understand. If you would like for me to go more in depth on things, I can clearly and I will do that in future references and in other videos. But in this particular video, I'm definitely going to keep things very, very simple so that you could just check out some of the words, some of the things that I said. You can go into your Google and check them out. Just check it out. Ask yourself little questions like this genes transfer and so forth and so forth. Transformation of genes, horizontal gene transfer. I mean, just put these words in and you'll find out. Like I said, a virus carries information. You understand? And they're all around us. You have bacteria right now. When you lick your lips, bacteria on your lips. So you turn around and you know what I'm saying, smoking something or whatever, you drinking something, that bacteria gets transferred. And when that bacteria gets transferred, sometimes that bacteria contains viruses. And that virus could contain some DNA or information that could be vibrating on a frequency that is not conducive for the person you're transferring that energy to. Because this all boils down to energy now. Let's not forget. And that person taking that energy, or you simply just shake a person's hand, simply just go around a person, that sells drugs, and you're at a trap house all the time. I can guarantee you're going to start doing things that niggas at trap houses do. You go around crackhead, and you stay around crackhead long enough, your ass going to start doing crack. Thinking like a motherfucking crackhead. If you're around a billionaire and you stay around billionaires, and there's 10 billionaires, you're probably going to be the 11th billionaire. That's just how it goes. You understand why that people should be a part of your diet? You understand what I'm saying? Overstanding environment should be a part of your diet and a part of health, part of your growth. You get me? Everything should start with health first. How could you enjoy money, life, or anything, love or anything if it doesn't start with health? And when we speak on health, we talking about a wide range of things. We're not just talking about one thing like eating good. You understand? We're talking about herbs and many, 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 many other things. From fitness to stretching to yoga to meditation to sun gazing to planting your feet so that you can keep your soul, intact, and so forth and so forth and so forth, man. Understanding your environment, man. We moving into a time where you should see the trees breathe and the flowers should be embracing you. They should be like moving when you walk by something. You should see them like reaching out to you. We're moving into a different time now. So, once again, man, Ashe, Namaste. It's your boy RaLove, aka Dr. 720. Please check out the new website, www.luzerworld.com. Yeah, please check me out, man. AKA Red 8. That's my rapper name. Captain of the USA hoes, man. I'm here for many, many things, and I might put on many different faces. You understand? Because I have a job to do, and I won't stop until that job is pursued, until that job is done. So anyways, remember, you are who you are. You cannot escape who you are. Now is the time for you to find out what your purpose is in life and to create your own destiny. Signing off. RaLove, like, comment, subscribe.